we're at Quick and Dirty. As promised on, what are we doing today? Yes, we are doing the, listen carefully, it sounds almost the same as the previous one, right? This is the unfamiliar introduction question. Unfamiliar, okay? Unfamiliar. It's the opposite of the one from before, okay? So as you guys know, this is on the research notes, which are at the end of the new digital SAT, right? These are very unique to the digital SAT. I haven't really found any other test that does questions like this. So these are weird. That's why we're doing them, because a lot of people have asked about them. Okay, let's get right to it. So the beginning of it is the same as what we always do, which is we're going to read the text. No, we never read the text, right? We always read the question itself, and pretty easy to recognize. Introduce, unfamiliar. So this is unfamiliar introduction question. Dot. Okay. Next, it's the same as the previous one up to this point. We have to introduce John Miner's book. Okay, so do any of these not mention John Miner's book? Let's see. It looks like this mentions it, but notice it doesn't have the word book, okay? When SAT says introduce the book, you have to say this guy's book, blah, blah, blah. It's that straightforward. So answer choice C is immediately out, okay? And the second part of it is now it's literally the opposite. So I would recommend you guys watch this video and the familiar introduction video kind of back to back and compare them to each other, so to make sure that you don't mix these up, okay? I need unfamiliar, okay? So if the audience is unfamiliar with this, I need to tell them about it, right? So if I were to all of a sudden talk about epigenetics in this video, I would probably have to tell you guys what epigenetics are, because my channel doesn't cover epigenetics. It's not a biology channel, okay? And if you guys know epigenetics, good. It's a good topic to write about in college essays if you want to be research-based. Anyway, going back to here. If it's unfamiliar, it needs to tell us about it, okay? So look at answer choice A. It just says the blog. If it says the blog, okay, what's on the blog? So for this unfamiliar one, this actually takes a little bit more strategy. If I'm unfamiliar with the Brzezinski watch, what I need to do? Find out about Brzezinski watch. Which one of these bullet points talks about Brzezinski watch? These two, okay? So it needs to have something of those two bullet points. Okay, my wrist is fractured. I'm not too good at using this thing. Got it, okay. I need something from those two bullet points. Okay, so this one just says the blog. This one doesn't have any of those points from here, okay? So I actually, let's go back to comparing A and D. That's probably a better strategy. A and D, I made them on purpose because, well, I make all of these on purpose, right? They sound super similar. Like, what is even the difference between A and D? A is the information in D out of order. Out of order is a very common trap that you guys should be looking for, okay? So, let's look at this one. Oh, and this other thing. Fred Sheeran, which sounds like a real person that you know, right? This does it all the time, guys. If you guys look at the research notes question, because I also want to cover research notes in general, because this is very unique, okay? One of these bullet points, right? One of these bullet points will be totally irrelevant, okay? So be very, very willing and even looking for this, just disregarding one of the bullet points, okay? So things like this, one of the things was blank. These don't really matter, okay? So let's get to what is the answer. And the answer here is D. Why is that? Well, number one, does it introduce the book? The book, Famous Risks in Brzezinski by John Miner, covers celebrities who are featured in Brzezinski watch. Okay, what does this book do? It covers celebrities. Cool, okay? And what is the blog on? It is focused on watch brands, watchmaking, and market trends. Now, if I put it together like that, you may be like, oh, that all makes sense when you say it like that, but how would I really know for sure this is the answer when all of these things kind of sound alike? Okay, so please work. I'm kind of yelling at my bones for not healing faster. I am taking calcium supplements, but I don't know if they're working right. Okay, I've erased the whole thing. Okay, so we need to have Brzezinski watch, and also need book, right? So then I need these things, okay? Again, I am getting rid of Fred Sheeran. Sorry, Fred. Yeah. So I need something that encompasses all four of those things. Why do I need all of them? Because they were unfamiliar, okay? So I gave you many strategies to do this, but this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with, okay? If the question is unfamiliar introduction, it should use minimum 3 out of the 5 bullet points. Most likely, it'll use 4 of the bullet points, 4 out of the 5. Is it always 5 bullet points? Yes. Okay, so that's my answer because it uses 4 out of bullet points is the quickest way to do it. Okay, Now, if you want to be really, really certain, then you go, okay, does it introduce the book? Yes, it does, because it refers to these two. Does it talk about the blog? Yes, it does, because it talks about those two, and that's my answer. So we're going to keep going with this series on the student research notes. Why? Because these are unique to the digital SAT. So they are more on the way. If you guys would prefer to see a different type of question sooner, then let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching and subscribing. And I've been pretty excited about the channel because we're nearing 1,000 subscribers. I know I said this in the last video, but I'll let you guys know something special coming in the works. I haven't figured it out yet. See you guys next time. Study every day with Sexy J. That's the best way. Y'all already know. Bye-bye.